Hey haunters and Halloween lovers, TS Terrors here. So it seems that Spirit Halloween has decided to start up their marketing this year for the 2026 Halloween season for their animatronic lineup, and so far it looks great. Now, previously I haven't made a video on Spirit Halloween for this year, so in case you are not aware, the theme this year is Camp Harbor Lake, which is obviously directly inspired by Camp Crystal Lake from the Friday the 13th movie series. And yes, there is a Michael Myers animatronic in the lineup. Looks great, along with majority of the others that they've shown in this video. I will be honest in saying that there's one or two that I'm questioning what went wrong with them, but for the most part, this animatronic lineup looks fantastic, and I'm excited to see them in person and get my hands on one of them in specific. In this video, I'm going to give my thoughts on the animatronics and just start diving into the theme and all that, so let's go ahead and get started. So the first one that we see is called Screaming Reaper. This one looks pretty cool, although it is seemingly a reuse of the mechanism from both Dark Princess and Dagger Mike, both of which have retailed for approximately $180 US, and since I already have Dark Princess personally, I don't necessarily see a need to buy this one too. I like the theme of it fitting in the dark graveyards and cemeteries theme and abandoned church vibe. I really like that, but because I already have Dark Princess and she fits in very well for that, I don't necessarily see a need for myself to get it, but if you want it, go for it. It seems very cool, and it's definitely a background piece or a filler piece to add to your haunt. So here we have Pumpkin Punisher. This is a big guy at 7 feet 1 inches tall. Not the world's biggest animatronic, but he's a pretty big one. He's around the size of Lethal Lily and Darling Dolly and Crypt Countess, so, you know, not very small. And he cost $350. He is a cool one though, I will admit, even though he does reuse the mechanism from Darling Dolly that I just mentioned. In fact, they seem to have innovated on Darling Dolly a little bit with this guy. Darling Dolly basically lights up and giggles at first and then lunges forward with her scream. Pumpkin Punisher here at least turns his head side to side, he has his axe in his hand, and then he lunges his body forward for the jump scare. His eyes light up with a red LED. I believe Darling Dolly's is blue, so there's a difference there. But one thing that I don't understand about this, we are now in 2026. This guy is about 7 feet tall. Why are animatronics of this size not outdoor rated? He is recommended for indoors use or covered areas. Come on, he's 7 feet tall. Like, why is he not outdoor rated? Like, there's got to be some valid reasoning for this, and I'm curious what that reasoning is. But this guy is not going to be very good inside a house or inside a covered area. He's like, even in the demo video, he's outside in front of a barnyard. Like, come on. Why is this guy not outdoor rated? He's a very cool piece, though. I will enjoy seeing him in person, but he's just not someone that I'm going to purchase, simply because I already have Darling Dolly, but nonetheless, a very cool one. Next up, we have Harmonica Hank. This guy definitely has some nice charm to him. He is absolutely a background piece or an ambiance piece, and that is good sometimes. You need those pieces to really amplify the entire setup that you have. Him just sitting in the background, moving his head left to right, playing his harmonica, maybe he has some phrases. I definitely feel like if you put him in the right spot in the background, he won't just blend in, he will stand out ever so slightly, but not enough where he takes the spotlight, just enough where he provides that necessary ambiance and lifts the entire theme up. Very cool idea for a prop. I love the idea behind him. I'm not personally getting him because, again, Barnyard Cornstalk theme, but he's definitely a piece that if you have the theme that supports him to get him for background, he's probably going to retail for about $250 to $300. Very, very cool piece, but not for me. Next up, we have Willow Witch. This is one that I was looking forward to seeing more about once they initially released the teaser. Just looks really cool. I like the fact that the mouth moves. I also like that the head moves. I'm curious if the staff moves at all. We did only get one basic phrase, which was the whole, I was just about to cast a spell. Hopefully there's a couple more phrases in there to make it worth it. My guess is that it's going to retail for about $250 to $300, just knowing spirit prices. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing more of it, and it's one that I am considering getting. I feel like for my setup this year, it would fit in nicely. And next up, we have what is pretty much going to be considered the spotlight piece this year, Michael Myers himself. This whole theme centered around this guy right here. Retailing for $350 and standing at 6 feet tall, he is absolutely going to be a statement piece. And for all of you big fans of the Halloween movies, you will have the original spooky background music from 1978 Halloween movie, which includes Laurie's theme and the title theme song. So for any of you who are huge into the Halloween movies, you got that going for it. And the movement itself is the head moving from left to right, and the hand itself that has the knife moving up and down. So very cool. Personally, I won't be getting this guy. Instead, I'll be getting the Halloween the video game that's releasing later this year that's centered all around this guy. It's a video game that's going to be both single player and multiplayer. I will be talking about it on this channel, so if you play video games and are interested in that, I'll have some videos to talk about that soon. But I'm investing my money into the video game instead of the animatronic. So stay tuned to my channel if you're wanting to see more about that. But let's move on to the next one. Now, the next three, they pretty much whiz through these wicked quickly, so that's what I'm going to do. We have Dead Huma, Trash Bandit, and then Wind Up Wally. These are probably going to be the cheaper end of things at like $150 or cheaper. There's really nothing special to say about them at all, or anything we can say, because they just made the generic clown noises and stuff like that. I will say that Trash Bandit is at least a cool looking theme. Whether or not he'll be good is a different story. But there's really not much to say about them. They're just generic clown stuff, so, you know, let's move on. And now for the animatronic that I have been looking forward to the absolute most since seeing the teaser video, Doomsday Duo. This one retails for $250, and it honestly feels like a steal for what you're getting. Think about it like this. This is a pair of animatronics, right? In the past, Spirit has sold Victor and Emily from Corpse Bride individually for $300 each, so obviously grand totaling $600. And yes, they work in harmony, so that's why they are a pair. But this one only cost $250, and they work in harmony, and they come together as one. I think that's awesome. Not to mention, this is a toxic animatronic theme, right? Like, they don't do a whole lot of these anymore. Seemingly, Spirit has gone family-friendly the last few years, so it's nice to see them going in a direction that isn't family-friendly with one of their animatronics. The detail work isn't the most insane by any means. It kind of seems on the more basic side, at least for the, you know, clothing and all that stuff, and like the gas mask and the suit and all. But the face itself is at least pretty well detailed, at least from what I can see. I mean, it doesn't look too bad at all. You have the mother with a mouth that is completely radiated. The eyes are also completely radiated. Granted, it seems like those are speakers that kind of are hidden behind that to give that glow off or something. I'm not entirely certain. But the sun only has the eyes glowing, so it's going to be certainly interesting to see how detailed it is in person. But honestly, like, for what this animatronic is, I think it's super cool. The way the movement works is they have the gas masks on at first. The mother says a phrase like, "I know, darling, my face feels funny too," and then basically tries to take off the mask, or they both take off the mask at the same time to reveal their faces. I think that's super cool. It's not anything crazy or groundbreaking, but the overall concept I think is super cool. Will I be buying this one? I already did, and it's on its way. I am excited for that one. You'll see a review of this on my channel once I get it, but this is definitely one of the coolest animatronics that I've seen in a while. Next up, we have the Creepy Crawler. I'm not going to talk about this one at all. He's already been revealed and released. People have done reviews on him. Go look him up, have at it, moving on. Next up, we have Carnival Creeper. This is an animatronic that previously was not a clown. I can't remember what it was. I'll try to find it and put it on the screen. But then Spirit for this year said, hey, let's make it a clown. Because why not? They do that with a lot of animatronics in the past anyways. I think the reason they do that is just because it's market safe. I think it just sells better than other ideas they might try, so that's probably why they do it. But this one doesn't do anything to write home about. It just makes bone cracking noises, laugh noises, and plays carnival music. And as you can see by the movement, it pretty much just moves up and down a little bit, and then left and right. It almost moves like the Crab Rave video that you might have seen. There's really nothing to write home about with this one. It cost $230. I can't say anything about the audio. It doesn't seem like the worst thing in the world, but it's not anything good. It's just going to be a background piece at most. It's something that you would see if you're at a carnival on top of like the Dippin' Dots or a cotton candy stand, or, you know, if you're at a home haunt It's something that you would see in the background to kind of fill the space. It's, yeah, nothing crazy. I'm sure some people will love it, but I'm just not interested in the clown, so moving on. Next up we have Crackles the clown, because why not? I don't understand Spirit's obsession with clowns, but I'm not really going to question it too much. I feel like it's just safer to market this than trying to do something unique or whatever. And this does on the outside look like a very generic clown. The colorful clothes, all the colorful hair, the smiling, all that. At least with this clown though, it has an interesting reveal, which is that the face cracks open to reveal a very glorified version of the face on the inside, which is not something you would expect from Spirit. When you think of Spirit clowns, you probably think of like Monkey Business, where it's the clown holding a box and then it's something silly that comes out of the box. This time it's a glorified face, so at least there's that. And there is Two-Face Teddy from last year as well, which has that sort of, you know, weird looking distorted face, but isn't really glorified like this one. So I gotta give Spirit credit for that they did something semi-interesting. At the end of the day, it's still a clown, and I'm sure there's still a market for clowns, but at $250, it's not at all something I'd be interested in picking up. It does have the 4 lines and plays some cool eerie music or whatever, and it is outdoor rated. That is a bonus for this one, is that unlike many of the previous ones, it is outdoor rated, so that is good. But I gotta be honest, Crackles is not something I have even a remote interest in. It's cool, but not for me. Next up we have Buzz. Not Buzz Lightyear, Buzz the Bug. Yeah, this seems like they took Night Owl from last year and decided to kind of redesign him a little bit, which I'm for. Night Owl wasn't the greatest thing, but it was a cool concept. This feels like a more interesting version of Night Owl. I personally wouldn't buy this. It is $170, which isn't a bad price at all. And I'm glad that they went with something unique and kind of original. I mean, HalloweenCostumes.com did that moth last year, which is pretty much seemingly where they got the inspiration for this one from, and then just redid Night Owl. But it's actually not a bad idea. I would much rather have this than another clown. This one does slurping, buzzing, hissing, biting, and wing flapping sound effects. The wings flap up and down like you would probably expect, and the eyes flash. Plus, this is outdoor rated, which is great. Is this something that I would buy? No. But this is pretty cool, and it's either a background piece or maybe you make it a highlight piece somehow. You can get creative and probably do that, but this feels like something that you'd have in the background, or it kind of just feels like a guidance piece, if that makes sense. Overall, pretty cool, but not something I would buy. Next up, we've got Ghostface. Nothing we haven't seen before, but at least this one's somewhat fresh and original. I mean, you can't get too original with something you've done before, but still. I mean, the face mask looks cool. The blood running down it looks good. The animation itself, I don't really know too much about it, but it almost reminds me of the Blackheart animatronic, where like he's hiding the woman behind him, he's hiding his face behind this and just opens up to reveal it. We don't really have any information about this yet. The page isn't available and there was nothing on the Spirit Halloween wiki, but this still looks pretty cool. But it is just another Ghostface, so I'm interested to see more. Whether or not I pick it up is probably unlikely, but it's still fun to see this nonetheless.
And now for the second witch from Spirit Halloween this year, Lady Misfortune. She is the budget prop for this year at only $100. And you can very clearly tell that she's a budget prop, but that's not a problem at all because you need these kind of props. The mouth doesn't move, it just makes crackling noises and things like that, creepy noises. And the crystal ball clearly doesn't look like it's floating, but it does have a cool LED coloring effect, which makes it really nice looking. Honestly, like, it's not a bad prop. It's a budget prop, but it's not bad. The only weird thing right now is that I just went back to look at the page and everything to get my facts straight before talking about it, and for whatever reason, Lady Misfortune has been delisted from the site, and she's not appearing in the Coming Soon animatronics page. I don't know what's going on there. I'm hoping she wasn't like a last second cancellation, like they posted the video and then the next day we're like, you know what, let's cancel Lady Misfortune. I hope that's not the case because she does look pretty cool, and for only $100 she's perfect for like throwing a Halloween party and you want a centerpiece, so it's pretty cool for that. But yeah, I don't know what's going on with her.
Next up, we have Bog Monster. I don't even know what to say about this one. This is definitely unique and not in a bad way. I just don't really see how often you could really utilize this one. This one feels like it's perfect for a swamp, would also work for a laboratory, and if you have like a zombie theme going on, it would probably work for that. Considering it's part of the Bog series and there was like a Bog zombie, I believe in 2022, it would work with that, but this one's definitely a unique one in its own way. Not something that I'd personally pick up because I wouldn't have a use for it, and for $270, I just don't see how I could realistically utilize this. It's not bad by any means, but yeah, I don't really know much about this. It's kind of cool. I'll keep my eye on it, but it's not something I'll buy. Next up is Harvey Carvey. This one seems pretty cool. Reminds me of Trick or Treat Sam. This thing only cost $150, which isn't bad. Still not something that I would personally buy just because I'm not interested in it, but it does have the 4 phrases and makes child laughter sounds and humming noises, which is cool. As you'd expect, it is indoor rated. It is pretty cool though. I mean, a pumpkin head with a knife being held in the hand and a spoon or wooden spoon in the other. I'm sure it has its uses, and I'm sure some of you are really going to like this, but personally, not for me. Xenomorph, again, we've already seen, has been released. People have done reviews on it. No need to talk about it here. Next up, we have Jeremy Jaws. This one would pair very well with Bog Monster, honestly. I really like the looks of this one. The detail work is very good. The actual movement is pretty interesting too. So you can see that the left eye there is popped out a little bit already, and the jaw itself along with the eye basically pop out and fall straight down, which is really cool. The body slowly rotates at the waist, and it has a rocking back and forth torso movement, so that's gonna give it that shaking movement look. That's really cool. The right arm also moves outwards, which is great. I think this is a very cool prop and would, like I said, pair very well with Bog Monster. I'm not sure that I would personally buy this because it just won't fit in my haunt. I would like to have this at one point. I think it would be cool, but it's not one that I would ever go out of my way to purchase. Unfortunately, it's also not outdoor rated. It's indoors only, which is very unfortunate because this one feels like it should be outdoor rated, but it is what it is. Still a very cool prop, and I'm looking forward to hopefully seeing it in person somewhere, whether at a store or at someone's house. But either way, very cool Jeremy Jaws. And lastly, we have Pennywise. This may be the first time that I've ever been interested in one of the clown animatronics. Not interested in buying it necessarily because I'm sure the price tag is going to be about $300 to $500 for this thing, but it was originally supposed to release last year apparently, and then before that back in 2019. As well, 2021, they did release the Pennywise Sewer Grate animatronic, which was kind of cool. Saw that in person at a neighbor's house. But this is probably the only time I've ever been interested in seeing a clown animatronic, just because I do like the movies, and I thought Welcome to Derry was very well done, especially that last episode. But yeah, I have to be honest in saying that this might be the first time a clown animatronic has caught my interest. It stands at 6 feet 10, so it's definitely imposing, and it would have that scare factor. Very, very cool overall. But yeah, that's going to be it for the animatronics right now. So as of now, that's going to do it for what we have for the new animatronics for 2026. I am curious what you all think, so let me know in the comment section below. Do you like the animatronics this year? Do you think they're kind of bland and uninspired? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like this video, feel free to leave a like on it. If you didn't like this video, feel free to leave a dislike, but at least let me know how I can improve. And if you want to see more content from me, hit that subscribe button. And like I said earlier in the video, I will be covering Halloween, the video game, once it releases. So feel free to subscribe to my channel if you're interested in seeing that. But otherwise, thanks for watching. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and happy haunting.